Protoss. It's gonna be another ZVP. Hiva. Alright, Protoss on KT. It could be Lizzy actually. It could be Lizzy. It's gotta be Stats or Lizzy, I guess.
네, 초반에 경기에 나와서 아주 인상적인 경기를 펼치면서 많은 시청자분들에게
It's gonna be Lizzy, aka Motive. I wonder if I should call him Motive now. No, we can't do that. Nope, this guy's forever known as Lizzy. Lizzy! Oh, man. It's like still no audio, it's so weird. So confused. So confused. Oh wow, the audio actually really is off sync. Actually, wait, maybe I can fix it. I'm like pausing the stream thing here. Oh? Oh shit, I lost my place. Is this close? Oh no, it's actually behind. Oh no, wait, no it's not. Oh shit. Yes! I think I synced it. Oh my god, I have like such sick skills. Yeah! Alright, cool. So, game number 2. I really hope this is kind of synced. I think we're only like about a second off right now. So on the right side is the red Zerg. We will have Hiva on the left side as the blue Protoss. We will have Lizzy. Looks like they're not putting overlays on. They're not putting like the players' faces on or anything on the HD stream. The HD stream is just like purely for the pixels. You don't get anything else. If you want more pixels, you watch the stream. If you want like production value and everything else, then you watch the the YouTube stream. I really don't know why they can't do both. So we do have a Forge Fast Expand from Lizzy. Wow, this actually does look really clear. Yeah, like I make fun of people all the time for like wanting HD stuff, but it does actually look quite nice. Not gonna lie. So pretty. Look at how pretty it is. Look at all the glistening creep. Look at that pylon spinning. Anyway, I think I had something more intelligent to say than but I forgot, so I don't know. I'll remember it eventually. Yeah, so we're on Antigua Shipyard, as you can see, in cross spawns, and we did see a 14 pool from what's his face, Hiva. Now Lizzy is supposed to be one of the better StarCraft 2 players. In the early stages of Pro League, he actually came out in the ace matches a lot instead of Flash for KT. So he was actually better than Flash at StarCraft 2 at one point. And it was funny because in an interview, Flash actually said like he got kind of pissed off that Lizzy was being sent in the ace matches instead of him. So then he just like started practicing really hard, and now he's really good. So so now he comes out in the ace matches as well in StarCraft 2, just like he did in Brood War days. In the meantime, looks like adding the second pylon to the wall. Ooh, brought 2 probes to help ward away this drone that was harassing his initial probe. And looks like the natural hatchery is now down as well for Hiva. He's got 4 links actually already on the way. The cannon has just started. I think the cannon will be in time. But the thing is, Lizzy didn't manage to block the hatchery with a pylon, so the lings aren't even going to stay to kill the pylon. They're just going to run straight over. They're going to be bouncing along, those kangaroo lings. But the first cannon should be fine. Should be in time. An interesting little ball in there. It works. There's only a one space gap, but it looks kind of funny to me. Anyway, we do see a fast third from Hiva, as expected. I don't see another queen in production yet, though. Should see that shortly. Looks like both gas is taken in the Protoss main. Probe just checking that there is in fact a third, and I believe he saw it. So he knows that there's no crazy 2-base all-in or anything. Very, very useful. Doesn't need to build emergency cannons. Can just start chronoing out his probes, as we can see here.
하지만 분명히 기본적인 실력을
And where's that queen being produced? Oh, I guess he's making it out of the natural. Okay. So instead of moving his first queen down to his natural to like sync it up, just gonna leave it. Just gonna make a new queen there. Let me see the core at the front. There is Lizzy. Yeah. Built another pylon at his natural, so he's got no pylons in his main right now. That's an interesting place for a pylon. I actually quite like that. That's going to actually help him if there is any kind of like baneling bust or something. He's going to have a lot more power on the back, so he can like add more buildings. And if the pylons on the wall get taken down, you know, he'll still have power, powering all his buildings. So that's kind of like a safety pylon. And oh, look at this! The edge pylon actually allows him to build the robo in the main base. So it actually looks like Lizzy has planned this wall out quite nicely. I do actually like this quite a bit now. I mean, even though there is no all-in coming from hyvaa, there could well be, or could well have been. And it looks like he's also adding the gateways down there, or I guess he has to because that's the only place he has pylon power. So now he's got like all of his infrastructure in his natural, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing anyway, because you know, obviously once he moves out to take his third, his army is going to be basically kind of chilling between his natural and his third. So if there are, you know, any kind of weird drops in his main or counterattacks running into his main, he's not going to be worried about them as much because all of his infrastructure is at his natural, so he can protect that more easily. I think that's quite nice. I think that also helps against like mutas and things like that. Basically anything that can go into the main won't matter quite as much now since all his stuff is at his natural. And since it's on Antigua, there's like a ton of space there as well, so might as well make use of it. So you see the Roach Warren on the way, and actually a War Prism on the way as well. Let's see if he... Oh, he might go for some fancy early aggression here. He isn't getting +1 though, so he's not going to have like the +1 zealots. Actually, I don't think he has +1. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. So he's going to poke around in the front with his zealot a little bit, loading up the sentries into the War Prism. He's got 4 sentries now in this War Prism. He's going to make sure it's not spotted though. If that gets spotted, that'll be quite crucial. Looks like, oh, he might go past that Overlord though. Oh, it's going to get spotted by the Overlord. Now, I don't know if hyvaa was necessarily paying attention right there, but you know, pro gamers have very, very good awareness, very good reaction time, so I'm fairly certain he would have noticed that. It wasn't the Overlord vision for a few seconds there. Meanwhile, Zelt's going to go pressure at the front at the same time. I quite like this. So even though it is spotted, if he does do this kind of multi-pronged harassment, it should be effective. Although there are roaches out already, though, so it's going to be quite difficult for him to do anything. Looks like the roaches, yeah, getting into good position there, and oh, looks like he's going to do another warp in first before going in with the drop. He's going to warp in a few more Zealots, but those Zealots aren't going to do too well against all those roaches. And it looks like, here we go, just moving into the third, but yeah, he sees all the roaches there and realizes immediately that he has to back up. It looks like Lings are actually going to catch most of the Zealots here, so the War Prism is probably going to fly into the main instead and do some harassment there, but it looks like, wow, the Zerglings getting cleaned up, but oh, look at this, plenty of units in the natural here going to prevent him from doing the fancy, you know, force field on the ramp and harassment in the main. So this attack gets completely shut down. Looks like he was actually even chrono boosting his warp gates there to just help with the attack, but yeah, it's going to get warded away pretty easily. So switching and getting a Twilight Council now, getting an Immortal. He's basically going to switch out of it, adding on a couple more warp gates as well. Needs a few more units here. Or feels like he needs a few more units before he can safely take his third base, which I'm sure he does want. Looks like an Overseer going to finish in his main, just going to check everything out. Not going to see anything particularly interesting. Oh, he's going to miss the Twilight. He actually misses the Twilight Council quite crucially. Drops a Changeling. Is that going to see it? He just needs to move over just a little bit. No, not going to see the Twilight Council. Not going to see the Blink on the way right now, which is quite interesting. Meanwhile, looks like poke that Ling that's at his third. Nice Overlord spawning, by the way. Look at the minimap. Just look at all the red dots. Excuse me. All over the minimap. hyvaa right now has excellent scouting of everywhere. The only thing I'm concerned about, or not concerned about, but the only thing I wish he did was drop creep on all those Overlords. Because, you know, if you have them all over the place anyway, you might as well just like have them poop out creep. Like, there's no reason not to. So it's not like, you know, the end of the world, but it's like just a free advantage he could get just to have that little bit of extra creep around that he's just not doing. And there's no good reason not to either, I don't think. I mean, I guess it makes your Overlords more obvious or something. I don't think there's like a real good reason not to do that. But in the meantime, 4th base here at the 12 o'clock main for hyvaa, as the Protoss takes his third. Looks like not going to go for that center expansion. Just going to go for the edge one. And War Prism trying to find some opening here to do some harassment, but Hiva just really on top of his anti-drop defense. But it looks like this might actually just be a fake here. This fake War Prism, look, it's got nothing in it actually, and there's no way he'll have an opportunity to get a warp in. I think he's just trying to make Hiva freak out here and maybe, you know, just overreact to the War Prism somehow, like pull drones or something. But Hiva, you know, just kind of, it's costing him a bit of APM. He's running around with the units, but it's not really doing anything. I'm pretty sure that was just kind of a distraction tactic as the Paralysis gets his third up, meanwhile doing a nice wall in here at his third and main, focusing his units here on the space between the main and, or sorry, between the natural and the third. He's got just 2 immortals there, so it could have been slightly vulnerable to like a nice roach timing, but even not going for anything like that. We got some more stalkers warped in the main. Oh, frozen, frozen. Oh god, he actually died completely. But have no fear, the YouTube stream is here, which I was using for audio, but now we can use it for video. Awesome. So now we are in good old 360p. Oh, look at all the grainy pixels. Oh god. Oh god, Sayle, the quality is so bad. It's so bad. Fix it. Fix it. I can't fix it. It's a YouTube stream. So now we get to pretend like we're, you know, hardcore, old school, you know, Broodor fans who watch like, you know, 100p streams, like 40p streams. And it's like all pixels, but oh, looks like a nice Zergling counterattack. Kills the cannon. He's going after the Nexus. Is he gonna get the Nexus? The Nexus might go down here. He blinks in, but the Nexus is gonna go down. Oh no! Lizzy losing his third Nexus. Zerg OP. He loses all the lings, but it doesn't even matter. That was absolutely worth it. And now building a lot of spine crawlers here, worried about the counterattack. And did the resolution even go down? No, it is 360p. It claims to be 360p. It does look pretty grainy though. But it looks like there was actually a counterattack at the 12 o'clock. I don't even know when this happened, but for some reason that hatchery's not there anymore. So it's basically a base trade. But I think that worked out better for the Zerg though. To kill the Paralysis third and sacrifice his 12 o'clock, which wasn't quite as important. Interestingly, he built a Nidus worm there, which is now bleeding away. And if that Overlord doesn't start pooping creep, that Nidus Canal might actually just die. It doesn't seem to have spawned a, or sorry, Nidus Worm rather. Oh, it's actually, he Nidus Worm to the natural. Wow, that is actually really cool. Did you guys see that? He didn't Nidus Worm to the Paralysis base. He used a Nidus to connect the area outside his natural to his 4th base at the top left main, because by ground that is a decent distance. So he's just like, well, I'll do this thing that I used to do in Broodor and just connect my 3rd base to my natural with a Nidus Canal. Guys, this is actually something that I believe Day 9 was saying that Zerg players should do a lot more often. It's like he's surprised, you know, it doesn't really make sense that Zerg players aren't doing it. I mean, it is a bit more expensive than a Nidus Canal in Broodor, but, you know, to connect your bases like that is quite useful. But it looks like that side of the Nidus Worm does get taken down. And looks like the hatchery will have to be cancelled there as well. I'm a little bit surprised that Hiva didn't send some units to the Nidus. I mean, that's the entire point of it. Instead, he just ran some Zerglings around the side. So he will get these stalks. It looks like they do have a blink left, but apparently Lizzy is not paying attention. He's going to blink out of the lings, but it still gets stuck anyway. And, well, he's actually going up to Mothership right now. But he's only just re-established his 3rd base. Now taking the Center Expo as well. Seems to be a little bit greedy. Interestingly, he still has no splash damage. He's got no Colossus, you know, no storms, he's got no splash. I don't know how he's going to deal with these Broodlords when they come out. He's got a decent number of Stalkers, but without the splash damage to help, you know, keep the brooding count down. Oh, it looks like just as I say that, he does now have his first Colossus, but it might actually even get taken down by Lings. He's gonna have to run up into his own main base. Yeah, he's gonna save that Colossus. But definitely needs a couple more of those if he wants to play the late game. And I like this, keeping that Zealot there at his natural, blocking these Lings from running in. Looks like it's going to get taken down, but the big blink in managed to finish those off. And I'm just kind of keeping an eye on BGVRT stream, see if it comes back. Unfortunately, it's still down, so we will have to make do with the the default YouTube stream. And there is the mass spine crawler for us. We are going into the late game. The Zerg is basically maxed. Both players getting close to maxed. And Zerg has, you know, 2,500 minerals right now, so might as well make some spines. And the thing is, since both players are taking the middle expos, you know, he can actually, if he gets some creep onto that high ground bit in the middle, he can actually just like push his Spinecrawler Forest into the middle ground, and if he can take that watchtower area with Spinecrawler, this can be amazing for him. He can just shell that the Protoss middle expo with his Broodlords and just be completely safe with those Spinecrawlers and Infestors there. Meanwhile though, there's an expansion at the bottom right main, as we saw the Zerglings were just harassing, whereas the Stalkers are going to go harass that 12 o'clock base once again here. Might even take it out in fact. Just being super annoying. I wonder if it might be better for Hiva to actually take the bottom right third base there. That might be a little bit easier for him to defend. But those are the Broodlords do come in, so the Stalkers are going to have to retreat here. Perhaps a little bit risky sending in the Broodlords by themselves. The Stalkers could have just blinked underneath and killed, you know, a couple of them. Even if they all died, I think trading, you know, 6 Stalkers for 2 or 3 Broodlords probably a decent trade. And oh my god, look at this! The Roach is actually getting completely stuck. Oh my goodness! I had a bunch of free Roaches here. They're like 15, 20 free Roaches. Hiva sent them down to kill that bottom right main and just lost all of them there. Don't know if that was completely worth it for him. I mean, obviously in the late game, you know, throwing away a few Roaches here and there is actually probably even a good thing for the Zerg, so they can free up supply for Broodlords and Infestors. But gotta be a little bit careful. So both players, you know, harassing each other, denying expansions. Looks like contaminate on a warp gate. Yeah, because that's gonna change the game for sure. If I just contaminate that one warp gate, he won't have enough warp pins. Meanwhile, nice attempt at a Zergling counterattack, but Zealot's warped in, going to deny that, so instead they're going to go to the third, but I don't think they're really going to do too much. They kill a couple of cannons, but that's about it. There's an Archon there, going to splash them all to bits. That is a lot of Archons, by the way, 6 Archons. And, whoa, what is that Nidus doing there? What? Why is that even there? He like Nidus on the wrong side. He tried to Nidus into the third and like misclicked, and now there's like a Nidus going to that main. Like, ah, god damn it. Wait, actually, can you cancel a Nidus? I don't think you can't cancel a Nidus, can you? Once it's started? I don't think you can. It's just like with Warpgate. You can't like once you've started warping units with Warpgate, you can't cancel them, right? Like that 5-second warping period, can you cancel? I don't think you can. Like, I've seen some players look like they've done it, but I don't think it's actually. I think like the pylons just died or whatever, and I just like get confused. Can you? Oh, you can cancel. How do you cancel a Warpgate thing? How do you cancel from Warpgate? Because I keep trying to cancel my Warpgate units and I can't figure out how to do it. How do you cancel a warp-in? Can somebody tell me? Escape? Escape doesn't work though. When I select the units and I hit escape, it doesn't actually cancel the units. I've tried so many times to cancel warp-ins and it just never works. Maybe I'm just like terrible. Oh, you killed the pylon? Okay, you can't cancel the warp-in. Okay. I'm pretty sure you can't. Something. Kill your own pylon. That's a nice solution. Anyway, looks like the Stalker ass almost kills that hatchery, doesn't quite get it. The main mothership force is going to chill here in the middle, just waiting to get that nice Archon toilet. Okay. So, looks like Storm is on the way, Dark Shrine on the way. We're just going to a nice late game PvZ here. Love me some late game. It's funny, you see so many people QQ about playing late game against Zerg because they're like, oh, Infestor Broodlord is OP. But there are like so many cool spells you get as Protoss too, like you can get mass storms and feedbacks, and you got all these Archons. I just love having big late game armies running around. It just feels so cool. Even if you lose, you just feel badass. Like, how badass is it to have like that army composition where you have like 6 Archons, a Mothership, and like 4 Colossus? You just feel awesome, even if you lose. It's like increases the EP, and I'm pretty sure if you have this army. But oh man, a huge fumble on the army. And we're just having like both players kind of skirmishing here in the middle. Neither player gonna commit. Zerg player just fungling every now and then and trying to use his Broodlords to siege down the army. And well, oh, nice little drop here in the main. Actually, he might get this hive. Uh-oh, is he gonna get the hive? Oh no, there's an overseer there. Okay, should be fine. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. Oh, the Infestor is actually doing a great job here. Look at this, is running in, fungling, and just running back here. Where are the Broodlords? The Broodlords seem to be staying a little bit further back. And oh no, there they come. There's the cloud of broodlords. And the thing is, the spine crawlers are actually on the high ground now. So even if there's a vortex there, see, there's the vortex. I don't know if that's necessarily going to do that much. He's not getting the Archons in there. There's still a lot of broodlords spread out. And whoa! What was that vortex? Did he actually get knurled? I think the mothership got knurled and vortex the Protoss army right there. So even though the Zerg got knurled, both players actually got vortex there. Wow. Great move by who's it? Crazy Hydra. Is it Crazy? Or sorry, by Hiva rather. Whoops. By Hiva to knurl that mothership. Wow, sick. So that initial vortex on the Zerg army did absolutely nothing then, and now the mothership has no energy, and now the broodlords are coming in to take down this middle expo, and this is exactly what I was talking about. You know, once the Zerg gets that spinecrawler wall on the high ground in that middle, it's going to be so amazingly good for him to hold that middle ground position. Looks like Lizzy unsure what to do, just going to try and clear some of these debris so he can open up more attack paths. But that is so many broodlords. The thing is, though, it looks like the Hive actually got taken down. While all that was happening, that War Prism in the Zerg's main actually did manage to take down the Hive, but I don't think it actually matters at this point. Looks like the Protoss army, Lizzy knows he can't actually engage the Zerg force head on, so he's going to go attack the top left base. There's a lot of spine crawlers there, but I think it will go down, and kind of in exchange for this bottom right Protoss base and the middle Protoss base. So we're basically going down to like well, actually, how much is left mining? It might be down to like 1 base against 2 or something, essentially, given the amount of resources left. Hiva is the only one with like a fresh base there at the middle expo. All the other bases should be running pretty dry shortly, and that is still a decently scary Protoss force. Oh, gotta be careful not to lose these Archons. Like one big Archon toilet on all these broodlords could instantly change the game in the other direction, but right now I feel like Crazy Hydra's in goddamn, not Crazy Hydra, Hiva rather is in a pretty decent position. And the War Prism looks like it's still alive. Gonna go actually over to this third base here. I really like these moves by Lizzy to just keep counterattacking. And look at this. A few roaches coming in. What are those? Looks like a few zealots and DTs here to take this down. He can kill the roaches and kill that lair that's morphing again. Actually, I don't know if that's a lair or a hive that's remorphing. He had to remake, I guess, well, both, I guess, after losing the hive in his main. But look at this, a lot of infestors coming in and the broodlords. He needs to get a nice fungal, but neural parasites on the Colossus, though. Still got one of those Colossus on the neural parasite. Great job there. Doing a lot of damage to the Protoss' own army with those Colossi, but now the Zealots and DTs are actually taking down the space. He might actually lose this space again, and a huge vortex actually getting a lot of the broodlords. The Archons are in. This might actually be it for Lizzy. Is this what he needed? Is it gonna be enough? I'm not sure. I didn't actually see how many units got caught in that vortex. There's still a few infestors and broodlords outside, but oh man, a lot of broodlords just popping the moment they come out of the vortex. Hiva looks like he's in a bit of trouble now. He's down to 82 supply against the 136 supply of Lizzy. Is this going to be it? Is Lizzy going to take the game here? He's looking in a lot of trouble, but actually with some nice drop harassment, taking down the hive, taking down the 12 o'clock base now, and with a huge vortex on everything. No, it looks like the Zerg is going to hold barely in the middle. He is going to hold, but he's lost his 12 o'clock base now. He's lost that base. Hiva is down to just his natural and his center expo. He's even going to lose his Nidus count to these DTs. That DT has 13 kills. The DT is actually in the natural as well. He's going to lose his natural. His natural is no longer mining. Hiva is down to just his center expo. Lizzy really punishing just the static nature of the broodlords and the spinecrawler forest. I mean, the spinecrawler forest is well and good. And what is this? A contaminate on the Nexus? Why do you need to contaminate a Nexus? Why? What of all the buildings, man? You can contaminate the Nexus. Well, I guess you can't chrono for like the next 30 seconds. What? What? I don't even know. Oh man. Anyway, looks like that War Prism has just like completely changed this game. That War Prism is the MVP of this game. By the way, Lizzy has +3 attack and +2 shields and 0 armor. Strangely enough, I'm not 100% sure about that, but well, I guess, you know, he's winning the game, so whatever works. But look at this! There's like no hatcheries left. He's got no production. Even if he's got a sick army composition, he's got 1 hatchery producing. He doesn't even have a queen there. Where's his queen? He must have a queen there. It's not. There's nothing injected though. That's not even an injected hatchery. He's got 1 hatchery with like no injects on it. He's got no extra larva. Like I don't see what he can do now. And the Protoss has got the left side base as well. So he's got income again, and he's got like a trillion DTs running around killing everything. Still got a lot of Archons. I don't know what happened to the mothership though. Where'd the mothership go? I guess it must have died. But I mean, Hiva kind of blew this game. I gotta say, good decision making though by Lizzy. And is this going to be it? It's still going to be difficult for him to break into this. I mean, there's still a lot of Spine Crawlers, a few Broodlords overhead, and a good number of Infestors. So I still don't think he can kill Hiva, but you know, the game, he'd be hard pressed to lose in this situation. He's got like double supply right now. Nice fungal there, nice feedback as well. The mass changeling drop, yeah, because that's going to do a lot. They should make changelings be able to attack. That'd be really fun. You just warp in 6 Zealots and start killing a Nexus, and the cannons don't auto attack you. That would be hilarious. Anyway, it's going to poke a little bit with the nice range on the Colossus, but obviously doesn't want to get fungled / neuraled, so I'm not going to go in too far. Heading on some more Colossus. And oh, is he going to go from the high ground? I'm just going to pick off a random spine there. Pick off some creep tumors. Oh, he's going in. No. Oh, actually, it looks like a Zergling counterattack here at the Protoss 4th. It's going to be quite effective. There was a Zell warping, but it gets taken down. He should actually target the Nexus now. He should really target the Nexus. Do not chase the probes. Oh man, I think if he targeted the Nexus, he could have got it. Actually, I think he might get it still. It's going to be close here. Does he not have the Adrenal Glands upgrade for his Zerglings? They don't look like they're attacking very quickly here. Oh man, I don't think he got the attack speed upgrade. That's a bit of a mistake. A lot of Zerg players actually seem to neglect that upgrade in the late game, even in the late game once they have their hive. I'm not really sure why. It's pretty darn good. I mean, you know, the Broodlord players at least should know that Adrenal Glands on Zerglings, man, is pretty OP. Yeah, mass changeling army. So, it looks like Lizzy just going to continue poking away with these Colossi. Ooh, nice feedbacks on the Infestors. He could actually even feedback the Queens, because there's a couple of Queens there and only one hatchery. I'm pretty sure those are for transfuses as well on the Broodlord. So if you feedback the Queens, that'd be quite cute. And oh, there's the big Vortex. That's probably going to be it. There's the final Archon toilet. The Archons are going to go in. There's no way he even can do anything now. The Archons are going in. This is so game over. Lizzy taking it down, and here we go. There's the toilet. Oh, pop go the Broodlords, and there goes your last base. Nice storm on the Zerglings. Hiva down to 20 supply. He's losing his last hatchery. He's down to 15 supply. He's got 10 supply. He's got this game, guys. Hiva's got it. He's got 9 supply right now. He's gonna win. He's gonna make like 1 Infestor and 1 Broodlord, and because you know, apparently they're super OP, he'll just win. All he needs is 1 Queen, 1 Infestor, and 1 Broodlord. Just the 3 OP units, and he can win. You got this, Hiva. You got this, man. You got it. It's fine. GG from Hiva. And Lizzy takes game number 2, which means that KT Rolster has forced an ace match. They've taken the FC2 portion of the series 2-0, and we're going to see an ace, guys. We could see Flash. All you StarCraft 2 fans who want to see Flash, who came here to see Flash, you may still get to see Flash. Watch, KT's going to troll and send Lizzy in the ace match, and everyone's just going to be really sad. Just be like, ah, Lizzy, man. Why is it Lizzy?